It's a key lime. It's cold today. I've put a bunch of the true tropicals indoors. Things like breadfruit, cashew, soursop. They all do not like the 50s, especially not the 40s. All right, let's see. Oh, look. Which one is this? Anna. The Anna apple is flowering. Nice. Look at that. So it's flowered for me for the last 2-3 years now. I've seen one apple on there actually. So the Anna does really well in Central Florida, Zone 9B. Yeah, Florida's full of climbers, full of vines. Let's liberate this guy here. I have to cut these suckers. This is the Golden Dorset apple. And that's the Tropic Sweet. So basically we got a sour, sweet, sour, sweet. Supposedly. I've yet to taste them. Sapodilla usually does well for me. Oh, got spiders on me already. Yeah, didn't take long. These the sapodillas usually do pretty good over the winter here. There, we'll see. Some got all crooked from the wind. Probably gonna have to stake it up here. Some got all crooked from the wind. Probably gonna have to stake it up here. It's a dwarf namois. All these mangoes are still looking good. Mangoes do pretty well in Zone 9B. They can handle temps down to 32. Beautyberry. Baldwin pear. It'll come back. It just didn't like the sun. Ooh. Peanut butter fruit. It's a nice size. No fruits out here yet. Oh wow, spiral ginger gets pretty darn tall. This thing's like 6 feet at least. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to cut down on this Mexican sunflower, elderberry, some edible hibiscus. This is a cool looking one. This edible hibiscus makes these beautiful yellow flowers. You can eat the leaves, you can eat the flowers. And then we got the South Sea or sea breeze salad or something like that. These are really big leaves in my hand in comparison. And these are perfectly edible. It's known as a lettuce tree or salad tree. And you can eat these like a wrap, salad, whatever you want. Some pigeon pea, nitrogen fixer. So, elderberry. I planted some sunchokes in here somewhere, but I don't think they ever did anything. I cannot find them. So we'll try again. Got I think this is Suriname spinach. A little what do you call it? Mucilaginous. It's a little slimy when you eat it. Yeah. So I'm gonna be. Oh yeah, this is the miracle leaf. Super, super beneficial. So yeah, soon I'm gonna be propagating some more stuff, popping some sisu spinach, which is down there. Got sisu spinach, Suriname spinach, longevity spinach actually, which I do not see it right now, so I'm gonna have to pack it in Got a lot of empty space here, so I don't like to leave empty space. I just haven't had much time lately here. Never enough time. See if I can find my shovel. I'm gonna take out a Grand Nain banana. Take out a Grand Nain banana. Let me get the saw. If I can find it. What do I do with it? Okay. No saw. Ooh, the gin berry is loaded. Gin berry. Tastes just like gin. No kidding. It's perfect for like a mocktail or so. Yeah. I moved in a bunch of anonas, like the llamas. And I'm leaving the sugar apples out. I don't think the sugar apples are as cold sensitive as the llamas, for example. And Atamoya is definitely not as cold tolerant. They'll be fine out here in the winters from Zone 9B. It's the Priestley. So, got the Kampong. This one makes a purple sugar apple. A lot of these I've yet to try because this food forest is only about 5 years in the making. So, and a lot of these anonas are sort of more recent acquisitions. So they did produce. I just missed the chance to taste it. It got overripe and fell apart in my hands before I even got to try it. But I got this one here on its way. And again, I just don't know when it's ripe. Don't know when to pick it. This is the PPC Atamoya, or the Fet Pak Chung, something like that. Yeah, I just really like how these things look. I didn't grow up with these. I grew up with the typical northern fruits, apples, pears, plums, So this is super exotic to me. I'm just super excited about this here. Can't wait to try it. Hopefully I won't miss it. Let me see which one is back here. Lisa Atamoya. So that's the custard apple. All right. So I'm going to move that one. This is the San Pablo variety. And this one supposedly tastes like raspberry yogurt. So, there you go. Annona reticulata. Hasn't fruited yet. No flowers. Cherry lata. It's grafted onto a pond apple. Got the finger sop. So, what are the cherry latas are a hybrid between an Atamoya, I think, and a sugar apple. No, a cherry moya and a sugar apple. Okay. So this is another reticulata right here, which is flowering for me. This is an unknown variety. It's a seedling of some fruit that somebody ate and they liked it and they planted it. So it's going to be a surprise when it actually does fruit. Let's see what this one's all about. Got the finger sop. So it survived last winter and it briefly touched the 32s, so it should be fine this winter. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. But it's looking beautiful and lush. Hasn't fruited for me yet, but I expect it to flower here in the next season or two. It's old enough. And here we have this is the Dream Atamoya. Still teeny tiny, but the graft looks good. So, I don't know, considering how small this one is, I may have to protect it, but we'll see. 40s ain't nothing yet, so. If we ever touch the low 40s, I might bring it inside. I got the cha-chas tucked in here, and it's between the two Montingias, so it's got a nice canopy over it, so this should be fine over the winter. Should be fine. So this Montingia is awesome. I mean, I love this thing. This is probably one of my favorite trees. It fruits year round, all year long. Oh, little bird or bat. Stirred something up. All right. This is the red Atamoya. Okay. Priestley. Yeah, we'll stuff it in right there. I've been playing musical chairs with a lot of these trees here. Yeah. Oh my God. And what's this one? Okay, so this is Thai green or Thai lizard sugar apple. Just pop that one in right there. Where's the kampong? Just try to keep things together. So, okay, golden. So this is the yellow sugar apple or the golden sugar apple. The kampong, which is a purple variety. And, all right, Let's put the Tylosart next to it. And the Tylosart is just, I guess, a selected cultivar, because I guess it's a good one. Can't say that I've tried it. The one that's on my list still to get is the Nadai, or the Vietnamese sugar apple. Vietnamese Nadai sugar apple. And that one supposedly is, more chewy in texture. Good flavor. So, I forgot what this is here. Oh, it's the Rollinia. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this one inside. Almost forgot about this puppy. I lost a Rollinia last year in the winter. This is certainly a cold sensitive variety. Cold sensitive Annona. Almost forgot about that one. Not that the 40s really, mid-40s. I don't know. I think it will be fine for tonight, but don't want to risk it. Not after I lost it last year. Lesson learned. All right. Here we go. Thai green. Purple, golden, and this is just a regular green. And by regular green, it's usually a seedling apple, sugar apple. So, which doesn't mean that it's, worse or anything, but it's not a selected cultivar like the Vietnamese Nadai or the Thai green Lessart. So, anyway, hasn't fruited for me yet. Again, hopefully here in the next season or two, it's time. They're old enough. All right, regular green, golden, purple, Tylosart. So actually I have two sugar apples still on my list. One is the red one, the red sugar apple, and then the Nadai. So hopefully I can find those soon. Alright, I'll leave it alone for now. So I was able to get so lately I've been learning about or getting into these hybrid peaches and plums and apricots and so on, like plumcots and plueries and so on. So got a hold of a couple. Hopefully they'll arrive here soon. This is a yellow Montingia. I keep it in the pot for trading purposes. Like the other day I traded a star fruit for a canoe, for example. So I don't really sell these because you can buy these anywhere. They're very common. Not necessarily the yellow variety, I guess, like this one, but in general, the strawberry tree, it's not necessarily a rarity. But I think it's going to start outgrowing this pot here soon. So, plus I have one planted already. don't want to necessarily because, you know, real estate reasons. I'd rather plant something different. So anyway, we'll see. But I'm a fan of them. I'm a fan of them. Hey, look at that. It's a Valencia orange. I always got these on there. So this one is actually fruiting for me for the first time here this year. So that's quite exciting. So I got the Caracara, or the red navel, and behind there is a ruby red grapefruit. It's a triple planting in a triangle. This stuff here is amazing. It's a like a Caribbean oregano. And I've cut it back twice already. It grows into a beautiful bush. And it's super tasty. I mean, very intense oregano flavor. Love it. Got some lemongrass. Can't go without it. Sisu spinach. So, see, in between the fruit trees and bananas and everything, I try and pack in as much as I can. More of the miracle leaf over there. Let's see here. It's a Valkyrie mango. Fruited for me as well for the first time this year. Or I let it carry some fruit. So, but it's gonna have to get trimmed here. This is the orange crush jackfruit. So it's really liking digging this spot here. And it's pulled through over the last 3 winters here. So even touching down to almost 32 degrees. So I'm sure the mulch and being so high densely packed with other fruit trees probably helps. Like this Ruby Supreme Barbie. I mean, or it might be the Barbie, I don't know. But guava. So, which actually, I'm going to try. Yeah, let me do this real quick. I've been meaning to make some cuttings from the seedless. What is it? It's a seedless green guava, or white guava. Where is it from? I want to. It's not Singapore. It's not Thai or Taiwanese. I'll have to check here in a second. Let's make some cuttings. Let's check these guys out. So I think these are white wax jambus, or wax apples. So I'm gonna trade one. I found someone that's got a couple of nopales, or oh no, this broke off. Oh, bummer. Nopales, or oh no, this broke off. Oh, bummer. Oh no. It's really nicely densely packed here. Oh no. It's really nicely densely packed here. Oh, bummer. And they're tiny like this. Every inch matters that you get here. Is it nopale? I think so. He's got the prickly pear. I think those are nopales. But he's got some extras, so he's gonna hook me up with them. And I'll give him one of these wax jam, probably this one here. A white wax jambu in exchange. It looks like the green mulberry cutting totally took so far, so I'm glad to see that. Weeds. Just can't. can't keep up with them. This is a Anona Montana little cutting, so that works quite well. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Rosada, Ilama Rosada, which it was fine. We'll see. I don't know. I should really put this one inside. I still might. We'll see. Things are looking a little dry here. Yeah, loquat. Jehuda loquat. Yeah, green mulberry. So this cutting is looking good. I think it's actually pulling through. It's quite amazing. We'll see if... Okay. Alright, let's make some cuttings of this white guava. Oh man, I love kumquats. They're probably one of my favorites. This is a variegated kumquat. Oh, little lizard. Sorry, I didn't mean to grab you. Variegated kumquat. Oh, little lizard. Sorry, I didn't mean to grab you. Yeah. Nice. They're all great producers. Alright, let's see where this white guava is from. And I'm going to place it right here. So I used to have the Mexican green guava here, but I think it dried out. The little dripper was not on it, and I think it just dried out. But this, again, pink Ruby Supreme, I think. This is the... What is this one? This is the Taiwanese guava. I think this is a white variety. Crunchy. So the one I would like to add there is this one in place of the cream, the Mexican cream, Indonesian seedless white. So that's the one. It's got a nice little low-hanging branch there, so we don't want them. We don't want those low ones. So we'll take a few off. Those are fine. Take some cuttings. We'll see how it takes. We'll take this one further up here. It's a good cutting. So maybe I'll stick one straight into the ground and see what it does, huh? Let's do that. I'll put a couple in a pot and one straight in the ground. It's fruiting right now. Not sure how big they get and if they stay green or turn yellow, so this is going to be a learning experience here. Take this one down a notch as well. Ooh, well, since I just chopped that right above it, hopefully it won't affect the fruit. Hopefully it will not. It's all kind of new growth here. That's alright, I can take. From what I learned about guavas, they take pretty well to being trimmed. Most fruit trees do. Pretty much all do. It's just that with some, if you do it at the wrong time, you'll interfere with the fruiting, like lychees, mangoes. Yeah. Those are the main ones I can think of. All right. Back at the propagation station. Let's see, the biggest one I'll put straight into the ground. Let's put this one. And what I'll do is strip the leaves, and I'll leave maybe just a couple. That's it. One. And the rest I'm gonna put in a pot. See what it does. Not so sure how well guavas grow from cuttings, so as with everything else here, it's a learning experience. We'll find out. Totally just broke this one completely. Oh well. We'll still use it. This is probably way too tiny of a cutting. We'll see. We'll see. Either it will or it won't. Some rooting powder. Nice little coat on it. Good. Just choose some pots here. Some ceremonum seedlings. It's actually occupied. This is weeds. Let's try these. Let's try these. That one. And I'll just double up. And there all the way. And we'll see if they take. Ooh, this loquat ain't looking too good. I think I left too many leaves on here for sure. Not looking too happy. Bummer. That one's still green though. Hopefully it hangs in there. If not, we'll try some more. We'll try and try and try and try again until we succeed. Even if 1 out of 100 works, I'm fine with that. All right, this banana's coming out. Yep. I need a machete. Let me get this machete. Hold on. I'll be right back. Take a look at this. Okay. Where to start, right? Where to start? Chop my way through these. Oh man, so many spiders. This Araza, it was getting sun all day long and it hated it. It looked like a little Charlie Brown tree. So I put it under this palm tree and it's looking much better. It's starting to actually come up with some new growth. So I'm going to put it in like a dappled sun kind of, or dappled shade, dappled light, whatever you want to say, location. So I think it'll do even better there. But yeah, these do not like full sun all day long, not at all. All right, Grand Nain. Reason I'm removing it from here is because I already have a clump of Grand Nain grown in another place. So I want to put something else here. It's a fruit tree, not a banana. So, all right, let's get chopping. Whoa, frog. Dude, I almost cut you in half, buddy. Oh, he's like, whoa, what are you doing? Oh, man, I hope I didn't get you, buddy. Yikes. He's like, that was rude. I'm sorry, man. I hope I didn't do anything to you. Come on, get out of there. You still got all your limbs? Yeah? Alright. Let's see. Knock, knock. Anyone there? Knock, knock. Anyone here? Oh, okay. Just ran across a corn snake the other day, and I'm cool with those. Corn snakes, rat snakes, the king snakes, the black racers. They're all welcome here in my jungle. They're known to keep the real bad ones at bay, like the rattlesnakes and coral snakes and so on. They're known to actually eat them, fend them off. So they're always welcome in my spot, in my place. I can't believe I'm knocking to see if somebody's home here. Whoa, see, another frog hiding right there. Dude, you guys. Oh man, I didn't know they hide like that in these bananas. That's something else. Come on, get out of here. Get. Boop. Almost broke this happy couple apart here in a heartbreak. Yeah, I'll lay you right there. Go do your thing. I do check the leaves before I mess with them. I didn't now though, obviously, but mainly because of wasps. They love to set up shop. They love to set up shop in these banana leaves, broad banana leaves, all sorts of stuff actually. But you get all sorts of them. Dude, he's back. You kidding? All right, let's just chop this top down. There you go. Chop and drop. Where do you go? Oh, he's down there. All right, let's chop this off. Oh, there was a lizard. Yeah, man. These things are just like lucking out right now. Alright, got pups growing up here. Thing is, I already got a patch, so sometimes, might be just the OCD or whatever. It's like, oh no, you're wasting bananas. But these things grow like weeds. They grow like weeds. Ew, banana juice all over me. All right, that's good enough. Let me start digging. Oh yeah, got a bunch of pups, so it was time for this. I've been meaning to take this one out. I didn't want to wait too long, because the longer I wait, the more pups I'm gonna have to deal with. A bigger clump. No grass. I'm extremely prejudiced against this grass. This grass is a nightmare. It's a vine. It grows all over the place. Takes everything over and starts smothering. All right. crunch, crunch, crunch. I'm not too sure what I'm going to plant here yet. I'm thinking either like right here, either peanut butter tree or the jujube, the honey jar jujube. I also want to put a white sapote down. So, I don't know. Got a few things. Maybe even the tangerine. So, I got an OCD over that a little bit as to what I want in this spot here. Because further down, whatever I don't put here, I'm going to put just further down. I got three other spots further down here that I'm going to try and fill as well with all of those. So I'm not too sure. So this is a very, very sun exposed spot here. This spot gets sun all day, every day. So I got to put something in here that loves the sun. And as far as citrus, I'm going to try and stick to sort of a little bit of the understory with the citrus, where it still gets plenty of sun, so this fruit produces the sugars properly. But dappled sunlight, it's known to just be a little bit better for the citrus. So this would be a great spot for a jujube, because again, it's such a sun-loving fruit tree. The white sapote might get just a tad too big for this spot here, so I might have to choose a different spot for it. Not sure yet. So that's let me see. The peanut butter. Yeah. That'd be a good spot for the peanut butter fruit tree, maybe. Again, like I said, I got OCD over that crap. Sometimes you can't think about it too much, right? You just gotta kind of go for it. Oh, I forgot I got wheat cloth on here. Oh, schnitzel. So this was like sort of an early bed I created, and I used to use wheat cloth, before I started just throwing down like a foot of mulch. And this wheat cloth is just turned into more of a pain in the butt than I expected. All right. Great. Well, here we go. Okay, look at that. All right. Nice. So the last clump of Grand Nain that I dug up had a really, really deeply rooted clump. So digging it up was quite this chore. This one here seems like it's going to be a little easier. I'm going to get in between here and just kind of separate this big one from the rest. Wow, big old whatever roach that is. Ugh. Oh, Florida. We got it all. I think we even got saltwater crocs. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what is that? Okay, just the watering line. Let me make sure I don't hit that. There it is. Okay, phew. I'm glad I saw it. It's been a typical classic scenario for me. Always chopping water lines in half. Okay. Oh yeah, and the sand pear. That's another one I'm gonna put in the ground, but I'm gonna put that one sort of on the front of the property where the street is, because I don't. It's like if people want to help themselves to pears, be my guest. You know, not that I don't like pears, but they're not like a white zapote or so, or an atamoya. Again, you know, it's all what you kind of grew up with, I guess. So, see, so like one side is telling me like, go grab that pot and pot it up, you know, but don't need it. Alright, once out of there. Let's get in here. Peanuts. That's right. I'll throw it all in, even peanuts. And I've had some plants come up, but they seem rather, I don't know. I only throw them in there in beds because they're nitrogen fixing, like most legumes. Yeah, Froggy, now it's time to get out of here. Such a tight spot here. That's a nice sized pup right there. And that's the one you want, actually. Show you real quick. See how pointy these leaves are? This is what's called a sword sucker. So these are the ones that you want to let grow or plant. These are the ones that will fruit for you relatively quick. And if you get one that has like round leaves, then those are usually water suckers, and they'll fruit, but they take a lot longer. Okay. And I'm just basically going to let it all decompose here. Turns into mulch. Gets all dried up. Alright. So what I'm going to do with this here, instead of backfilling it with dirt, I just pack in mulch. So I got a bunch of mulch ready to go. So it's not going to be tonight, but another time. Oh, there are ants everywhere. Wow. This is those big carpenter ants. Huge carpenter ants. Huge, huge, huge. I don't know if they'll bite. I don't want to find out. Oh, they're all over the place. Just checking my shoes. I'm not wearing my typical garden shoes today. They got super soaked. I was doing a session a few days ago, and it was just pouring. Tons and tons of rain. Alright, let me just make sure I don't miss a pup. If not, I'll catch it sooner or later, I guess, right? Oh. Hey, that's a nice steak. I'll keep that one. Alright, so I got an Atamoya right there, actually. This is the Bradley Atamoya. It's supposed to be one of the best, it's all subjective, right? But one of the better tasting Atamoyas. From what I gathered, some people dare to claim that it's even tastier than your Gefna or Lisa Atamoya, so don't know. It's still very small. It was a really tiny graft. Some type of Cherimoya rootstock. But it loves the spot there. It's come a long way. So this banana was a little bit too close to there anyway for my liking. But like I said, so 6 feet away from this. And this is how close I usually plant things. It's very high density, about 6 feet apart. So I'm going to be planting something here. Like I said, I'm just going to have to OCD over what I actually want to put there. The problem I have with these jujubes here, this is the jujube right here. They are super thorny. Super thorny. So this is actually another one that I would probably plant in the front of the property by the road. Kind of deterrent, I guess. Yeah, I mean, plus, you don't want little kids running around. Just super thorny stuff, even though it's pretty much out of the way in there. But anyway, yeah. I may or may not. One that I am planting up front for sure is the pear. So I'm gonna grab that one real quick. And I'll address this spot here another time. Hopefully by then I'll have made up my mind. So up front is this pear and a truly tiny banana, which stays super tiny. It fruits at like 3 feet. I don't necessarily want to put the white sapote there, to be honest. It's just... maybe I am. Nah. We'll see. We shall see. Put this here away. It's just for the white sapote. I want to use like a prime location. They're very beautiful trees. Okay. Oh yeah, I can pick this one. Yeah, let's pick this one. It's a finger lime. It's tiny though. Here, maybe I'll open it up here in a few. I'll open it up in a few so you guys can see what these are all about. A lot of fun. Garden snack. Got a volunteer Suriname cherry. I'll leave it. Why not? So, Colomandins. Yeah, I'll crack open a Colomandin for you guys too. These are I don't know if they're considered a kumquat, but you eat them like a kumquat. You eat them like an apple, like skin and all. So I'll show you guys too. I'll crack these by diese beiden. Talking German here. I'll crack both of these open. All right, let's go get the sand pear. So, actually, let me show you guys real quick what I use to keep my mangoes warm and other trees I have there that don't tolerate freezing weather. But as long as it can get down to 32 degrees, but so as long as it doesn't freeze, they're fine. So, whenever it does get down to the low 30s or even into the 30s period, I use one of these things. I'll show you a picture of it. So I'll grab a propane tank, pop one of these on there, and these do a pretty good job at keeping the area from freezing. So at the moment I make use of 3 of these for the size nursery that I do have. That's plenty. So, yeah. But there are many other ways. Before getting this, I was actually considering a sand battery where you just grab a big burn barrel, pack it with sand, and in the middle you burn something, and then the sand will hold on to the heat for some time. So, but chose to go with the propane. All right, let me just make sure this one is ball. This one I'm not planting up front. I think this is the crunchy variety. I'm not too sure. You know what I just don't remember right now is whether these pears need a pollinator. I might have to make it a triple planting up front. So one pear that I've been trying to get a hold of is the hood pear. I hear that one does really well here in sort of the warmer climates, especially Florida, so 9B. So I'll do a triple planting of the hood, the sand, which I believe is an Asian type pear, and then the hood. So, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research. This one here is another one I'm gonna put in the ground. This is a kaffir lime. I think that's how you pronounce it. Another one I'm gonna put in the ground. This is a kaffir lime. I think that's how you pronounce it. Kaffir lime. The leaves are super aromatic, super fragrant. Lots of leaves individually for a ton of money. And not that I'm, interested in selling them, but if you can grow them for yourselves, like instead of having to buy them, you got sort of an endless supply. Alright, got one banana to straighten out. Not tonight, though. Okay, let's see. Just gotta make sure I don't miss anything else that needs to be kept warm. outside of the miss anything else that needs to be kept warm outside of the Pear's lemon. This avocados are fine. Star fruits are fine. Oh look, it's putting on a bunch of little baby star fruits. Hey, oh, got a little slightly larger one right there already. Nice. I can't wait to try this one. Got a little slightly larger one right there already. Nice. I can't wait to try this one here. I enjoyed star fruits. Actually traded away my Carrie star fruit for the Canoe star fruits. Actually traded away my Carrie star fruit for the Canoe. So, which, yeah, I have two varieties planted, the Srikim Bengan and the Arkin. So this one I'm going to keep in the pot for as long as I can. I also have a dwarf star fruit, the Maher or whatever, which is supposed to be like a sour type. And this year is supposed to be the sweetest, the Lara. So, and finally oh, there's another one hanging right there. Nice. Great. And, you know, another reason I guess I traded away the Carrie, it's like, the star fruits they're heavy producers. So I have 2 in the ground, then 3 in the pots. You know, that's a bit excessive, right? So I kept the one that I like or think I'm gonna like the most. The dwarf I'll keep because it's a dwarf. It'll be just fine in a pot. This thing is all crooked. Alright, not today. Uh-oh. This one doesn't have any water. What's going on? Where'd the water go for this? That's no good. Luckily, it's been raining a lot. That's something I have to stay on top of almost every week, at least, at least once or twice. I go around and I make sure that every pot has a dripper in the nursery here. I've lost several plants in the past just due to lack of water because the dripper wasn't hitting it. This is another white sapote, the dripper wasn't hitting it. This is another white sapote, the young Hans. Leave this alone. Getting goosebumps. Alright. Let me get out of here. Let me grab the sucker. yeah, so something scurrying in the woods there. Raccoons. That's what I thought. They're sort of my nightly, my garden buddies. Let me see if I can catch one. Not catch literally, but that explains the sounds I was hearing. No, it's a whole family. Waschbären. Hey, you found the peanut. I'm guessing they're all curious about what I just did there. Uprooting the banana. These guys certainly helped me eat the fruits. Nothing like waiting 6 months to a year for a fruit to ripen up. And then I had a cherry mango I was waiting on. That thing was looking really nice. And then I looked at it and I'm like, you know what? We'll leave it on the tree for another day or two. Let it fully ripen up. And then sure enough, it was gone the next day. So I can only imagine one of the raccoons grabbed it. Yeah, this is why I stopped using these metal things. Very, very tough to read after a while. Little Prince. So this was a banana, Little Prince banana. This is a really cool one. Not edible. I don't think it's edible. It's just ornamental. But it stays super tiny. So just something nice to keep in a pot, I guess. But it froze on me. Or I let it dry out. One of the two. Okay, so the pear. I just don't get excited about pears. It's one of those things, like I want to plant it, but I'm like, I could put something better there. I don't know. It's gonna go for it. I'll just go for it. Grab what I need here. I'd rather put it in the ground than keep holding on to it in a pot. And it's already started flowering, so hopefully it'll actually hold fruit within the next couple of seasons. So yeah, we got it all. Bobcats, coyotes, bears, snakes, raccoons, what do you call those, armadillos, possums, all sorts of stuff. So usually when I do work on the tree lines, on the edge of the jungle, I usually have multiple things on me that I can either fend them off with or scare them or whatever. So there we go. Okay. Oh, nice. King's mantle. These purple flowers. So I started off with a... Oh, nice. King's mantle. These purple flowers. So I started off with ornamentals, and I'm kind of glad I did, because I like seeing ornamentals kind of mixed in between the fruit trees, like this Java or Jamun, Java plum, which I'm gonna have to hack back big time. It's getting huge. And this one here is gonna come out. As much as I like the Norfolk pines, they get really, really, really tall. And we get hurricanes here almost on the yearly basis. And they have shallow roots. So I'm going to take this one out. And of course, I'm going to put a fruit tree in its place. But a benefit that starting off with ornamentals had is the fact that they now provide sort of a nice microclimate. So there's woods across, like on the other side of this. So I'm gonna put the pear right here, right in between those arborvitae. Because these here I'm gonna basically take down and have sort of as a low wall, half wall kind of thing. Man, the noises that you hear at night in the woods, it's just never gets old. Never gets old. All right, so we got the Goldfinger banana here. Got a June plum, which I still got to look up recipes for pickling these guys. Hey. Oh, came off. Must be ready. No way. Oh, shoot. Maybe I'll open this one up here too. Because once they are yellow and ripe, they taste like a mix between peach and mango. Actually really good. And the skin is very tart. I don't eat it because it has like sooty mold and whatnot. But while they're like really green, you can just eat them whole like that. I want to try pickling them when they're unripe. Just haven't gotten to it yet. Let me see if I find another nice yellow one. It's starting to ooze. Oh shoot. Just might get to try a juice. You know, when you just like wait for something, you have to wait for something so long, you just kind of lose interest in. And then by the time they actually ripen up, it's like, Like I stopped caring like a year ago kind of thing. So, but you can eat them like small like this. You can pickle them even bigger unripe. So, but you can eat them like small like this. You can pickle them even bigger unripe. You know, like this leaves. So, one of these days when I jump online, I'm gonna do a jungle salad where I'll just basically grab a bucket and I walk around the food forest and things edible basically, and just make a big salad out of it all. So that's fun to do. I don't do it nearly as often as I should, but that's, you know, that's fun to do. I don't do it nearly as often as I should, but that's, you know, that's fun to do. I don't do it nearly as often as I should, but that's, you know, healthy and eating the stuff, something to get used to, you know. It's a skill, habit to cultivate. I don't like how yellow these are. So a lot of my citrus, they're very yellow. So I'm I gotta look into what causes it. I'm sure it's some kind of nutrient deficiency. I don't fertilize my stuff nearly as much as I should. Rarely, maybe once a year, and then even then I don't fertilize it enough. So, all right, cool. Well, we got some interesting stuff here to try out here in a moment. So it's been another reason I've been a little bit hesitant with planting this pear tree is that I was thinking maybe I'll between this longan and this jamun here in place of the pine tree, but I'm gonna go with sort of a buffer plant there, or a buffer fruit tree, meaning something that doesn't grow quite as large. I'm pretty certain this is not a dwarf rootstock and more standard, so it's probably going to get it close to 20 feet or so. Of course, I'll be pruning it, keeping it small. Alright, so this is where this guy's gonna go. Or she, rather. This is where she will go. Yeah. So this is lemon drop mangosteen, or Garcinia brasiliensis, I think. So this is what I consider a buffer tree. That's a dwarf June plum, so they can be 6 feet apart, no problem. This is the lychee. It's loving the weather. Pushing out a bunch of new growth. Had it for 3 years, hasn't fruited it yet. I was trying to train the branches and accidentally ended up snapping the tree in half by accident. So it's come a long way since. It's certainly recovered. And then right next to it, I have a green Java plum. No, wax apple, wax jambu. Yeah, so everything is super high density, so which helps create, a little microclimate, keep things from freezing in the winter. So we'll see how it goes this winter. It survived last winter. All right, let me see. Let's count. Let's see. I want to make sure this is at least 6 feet away. So 8 feet, even better. 8 feet. I prefer 10, but this is good. Yeah, and I put it right smack in there because this is a fence, a living fence, a green fence, and I take these down and kind of square them off, so the canopy essentially will be above the this line here. So and I'll show you guys, maybe. We'll see how brave I feel on the other. So, and I'll show you guys, maybe. We'll see how brave I feel. On the other side of this here is where I'm going to put the truly tiny banana and the jujube. So nice out of the way. And this location here gets beaten by the sun. I mean, all day long. Some intense Florida sun. Oh, no way, look at this. Speaking of flowering, I didn't even realize this. The pear is flowering. Badass. Huh. Well, it flowered last year. Didn't see any fruit. I keep messing with it, though. So that's a good distance there. It's at least 6 feet away from the Cardaba banana. And plenty of feet away from the Goldfinger. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to put something there. But that's what I mean about the triple planting of pears. I may do triple planting of pears. We'll see if I can get a hold of the hood pear. Either way, I got to do a little bit more research on the sand pear. I think it's self-fertile, but I don't know. I'm just assuming. Yep. So, anyways, got plenty of spaces or spots to plant things. So, yeah. All right, let's not procrastinate. Let's get this sucker in the way, but kind of. So I've seen like where you got like a green hedge, a short green hedge, and then every so often you got these like sort of Italian cypresses or so. Growing. Thought I heard something growl. Hold on. All right, let me wrap this up here. The last thing I want to mess with is anything that growls at me here. Usually I have like music playing or so. That's like probably one of the biggest deterrents. Human voices, human sounds. Wildlife is quite familiar with that, and they stay away. They've done like some kind of like test or experiment. I think in different places, but I want to say like sort of the savannah, you know, like Africa or so, or even the Amazon jungle, and they played certain sounds, and they found that the one sound that the animals or stayed away from or drove them away the most was anything like human-made, man-made, like machinery or voices. Good enough. I thought about ripping these up, but it's just not worth the effort right now. If they ever become an issue, but it's just not worth the effort right now. If they ever become an issue, maybe then, but just don't want to mess with it. All right. Hopefully he won't abort these beautiful flowers that I got going on now. So y'all can see better. Y'all can see better. water. Hopefully it's gonna rain again here soon. Some more. Either way, I'm gonna be tapping into that water hose there, water line, so. We don't want this low growth. Okay. I'm gonna cut out this leader here, the central leader. I'm gonna be cutting that out to sort of create this open vase shape, and let that kind of expand. There. All right. Yeah, screw that. I'm not going on the other side there. Not going out there tonight. This jujube is gonna, that banana is gonna have to wait for next session. Got that pear in place. Some dirt left. No, thank you. This will give me another day or two to decide and think about it, where I really want it. The pear was kind of a given, because out of all things that I have to plant, or have for planting, it's plant ready, whatever, it's ready to go in the ground. The pear, that's a preferred spot for the pear. I kind of prefer to keep the more exotic things in the back, especially if I'm gonna need a pollinator, because I have more room up there to do triple planting of the pear. Good deal. Good deal. I'm gonna be able to up-pot some stuff here soon. Certainly got a few things that can use a bigger pot by now. So, yeah, this peanut butter. Anyways, got a few things that will still go in the ground. Yep, got a bunch of plantings still. I'm still gonna create this. Actually, let me grab the light over here. I'm gonna grab an entire row, food forest row down back in here. So that's really what I was gonna use that carry straw fruit for. But hey, they offered me a canoe, so why not? Let's go try these fruits. Sure would like a different knife for that. Yeah. Alright, let's start off with the Colomandan here. It's quite common. I'm sure most of y'all have heard and tried a Colomandan. But this is for the ones that haven't. So, Colomandan, they do get bigger. This also has still some green on here, but I like tangy fruit, sour fruit, so they're usually a little bit more tangy. Look, the skin comes right off, and it's like has tiny little wedges, but you eat this with the skin on. So here we go. It's super juicy. It's like a tiny little orange. See the little wedge? It's a Colomandan. Really sour, but I love it. Yeah, just for the camera. So the skin kind of balances out the tartness, because the flesh is what's super sour. Yeah, super delicious. All right, what's next? Should we do a June plum? I'm gonna rinse this thing good. It's kind of sticky, dirty. Use those scissors. Oh, actually I do have a somewhat clean knife on me. Let me use that. It's not the sharpest. I gotta sharpen all my stuff. Okay. It's a bit overkill today. So the skin sometimes is kind of like flutscht so raus. Kind of slides off. Nice. So it looks ripe enough. I'm getting some sweet scents here. Sweet scent. Nice. Just kind of peeling the skin off. You can eat the skin. I'm not if I eat the skin, I'm gonna scrub it because it's got this like sooty mold on there. It's probably not bad for you, but it's a mental thing. I do not want to eat that. Do not want to eat that. All right, it's good enough. Let's take a bite here. All right. I mean, it's just worth it. It's totally worth growing this thing. Especially because you can eat the leaves. You can eat it unripe. And if you're patient enough to wait for it to turn nice and yellow and juicy and soft, the flavor is just unbelievable. Peach, mango. Yeah, it's gonna leave it at that. Peach, mango, maybe somewhat pineapple-y. Yeah, it's got like a seed in the middle. Man, if you haven't grown June plum, I can only recommend it. This is it's good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let me get this last one here for today. This is the finger sop. Not finger sop. Finger lime. I'm a big fan of these. They taste limey, so they're sour. But they're a lot of fun. You'll see why. You can make they call it like citrus caviar. You can make like, you know, sushi with it, like fruit sushi. It's good. Check this out. It's like little gemstones, little rubies. I forgot what this variety is called. It just has like a KB8 or KB31 or whatever. I think it's some kind of University of Florida hybrid kind of result of their like agricultural program. And you just kind of no, it flitched away. Oh man. Anyway, good thing I got the other half still. You just kind of squeeze it out. See? It's just sort of like caviar, little bits and pieces, and they're super tasty. And they pop in your mouth when you eat them. So these little individual, it's like your lemon or orange pulp, but has it's a little tougher, so it doesn't like break as easily. So when you take it in your mouth, you have to like chew on it, and they pop in your mouth like little fruit gushers, releasing the juice, kind of like pop rocks, juicy pop rocks. This is such a fun little fruit. Love it. And my trees, they're still small. They're just now starting to produce. But I'm one of these sessions I'm going to be up potting those into bigger pots. So that's when you'll see them really take off. So, but this is a green variety. There's a red variety. And then this is what you just saw, KB8, and this is a KB31. Really no idea, not sure what this one's gonna be like. I think one of them is orange, while this one was kind of ruby. This one's gonna be red and then green, so yeah. But still tart like a lime, but still got a nice flavor. Alright, anyway, that's it for today. Join me again next time. Hopefully I'm going to be planting that jujube and the truly tiny as well as the peanut butter fruit tree and the white sapote. And sometime after that, I'm going to be doing a lot of chop and dropping, and also planting a whole new row of just stuff. So lots of planting coming up and chop and dropping. So I'll see y'all then.